Hello, happy Wednesday, Weather Wednesday. Thanks for being here with us for another edition of Off the Desk.
And I'm Julia O'Keefe. Yes, happy frigid weather Wednesday. We saw temperatures. We had not seen a negative, I don't think, on our temperature bug on 22 News from inside the studio. And yeah, that was jarring today.
It was, and here to talk some more about it, of course, Chris Bazakis. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, it's a wild weather Wednesday.
A wild weather Wednesday.
There we go.
Yeah,
right?
alliteration.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need me to tell you that it's cold outside. I mean, it's really cold. You walk outside and notice that immediately. We saw pretty much everyone fall below zero this morning. Springfield hit the lowest temperature it's had this winter, which actually is the coldest temperature since exactly 1 year ago today.
Wow.
1 year ago today, we actually fell down to -7 below zero. 7 below zero.
Wow.
Today we got down to, as of right now, -4. Could be -5, but right now -4 is in the books for what we bottomed out at this morning. So nevertheless, really cold, and it's still cold out there. There's still some spots this morning that are around below zero. We warm up a little bit tomorrow with a high temperature right around 40, but then after that, it just goes right back down into the freezer in the single digits and teens for the weekend.
Yeah, it's a little rough. You know, we've talked a lot on this show about our sleep schedules, and obviously we have a different kind of routine
Yep.
working on this shift, and it just makes it that much harder to get up at that time when you step outside it's going to be negative temperatures.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't even say that it's unique to us waking up at the time that we do, because still this morning when others were getting up to
It
start
was
their
still
day, it was still negative temperatures. So
Yeah.
we're all dealing with
Actually,
it.
when we were waking up around like 2 a.m. or so, it
Was
was
it
a little
warmer?
warmer than those people
Wow.
that had to walk outside at 6, 7 o'clock this
So
morning.
okay,
So,
can't even
6,
say anything
7
then.
o'clock.
yeah.
Sorry.
We'll never escape it. I don't know. It's just crazy.
But I mean, it is winter, and you're gonna have the usual people that are like, it's winter, it's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this cold
This cold is just
extreme.
really, really cold. It's dangerous cold, and for what's coming up for the weekend and through next week, just like the duration of how long we'll be with really cold temperatures, like well below average, is impressive for even here. Usually we get these cold shots and they last like a couple days and then they're gone and then we warm things back up usually. But this weekend we're going to be incredibly cold, and through much of next week we might not even climb above freezing. So I'd say at least over
Yeah.
once we get past the 40 degrees tomorrow, for
Gotta
about a
enjoy
week or a little bit more, we might not climb above freezing. So get ready to see a lot of ice on the Connecticut River, the snow not going much, and possibility could add to that this weekend. That's up in the air too. So yeah, it's definitely the middle of winter in Western Massachusetts.
Yes, it is indeed.
It
And
is.
Chris, we were talking about this a little bit during like the commercial breaks this morning during the news, but also you did mention it in your forecast,
Mhm.
how there was like there's been some speculation about the snow that could be hitting potentially our area, New England, but also some others are thinking that it could be more in the Mid-Atlantic area.
Yep.
So obviously I want to let you talk about that and what you kind of are predicting at this point, but then also kind of getting into how you as a meteorologist maybe deal with, like, I just saw that on social media. I saw people on TikTok and like people were texting me because I have
Yeah, you were
plans.
saying that today too.
Yeah, I have
Chris. Yeah.
plans on Sunday that I'm like, should I rearrange my plans? And then in my head, I was like, I feel like we would have heard this from Chris.
Yeah.
I want to talk to Chris about it and
Yeah.
see what he has to say about dealing with that social media like speculation for storms like this too.
Yeah. Well, I'll start with just the storm itself. There is going to be a major winter storm impacting the eastern half of the country. I mean, it's pretty much a lock that there's going to be a major ice storm across Texas starting tomorrow, down into the south. From there, there's a question mark on if that storm kind of stays suppressed because of all this really cold air coming into the northeast, kind of pushing the storm south of us. That would make it more of a southeastern mid-Atlantic storm of ice and some snow around like Washington, D.C. and Delaware and that area. And then there's some models that want to get the really cold Arctic high pressure that's going to give us all this cold air this weekend kind of out of here a little faster. So you don't really have anything pushing this storm south, which allows it to come up the East Coast a little further, and that would give us snow here. kind of a 50-50 on the models right now. There are some models that show us getting a pretty big snowstorm this weekend. And then there's others that show the heaviest of the snow being in the mid-Atlantic. I will say two things for certain. There is going to be a big storm on the eastern side of the country. And I do think we'll see some kind of snow on Sunday. Whether it's just a very light few inches, that's possible. Or could this be like a blockbuster snowstorm that is like the biggest of the winter, if not biggest than we've seen in a few years? Potentially, yeah. So that's something we got to watch. I always get frustrated with the social media aspect of it because I also see the wannabe meteorologists, or they think that they're the professionals on Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff. It's clickbait. They're going to tell you that you're going to get 100 inches of snow and like shut down the whole world. And they just want you to click on their videos and whatever. Listen to your broadcast meteorologists, the National Weather Service, read like actual like National Weather Service updates, or like what we write on our 22 News Storm Team page, because like, and I'm not just saying it for myself, but like it's like a doctor. Would you take health facts from someone who's not a doctor, or would you go to a doctor and like talk to them, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, take what you see online with a grain of salt. And if you see that, be like, I'm going to check in with like my local news station and see what they're saying, or like go on the National Weather Service website, literally type in like Springfield, Massachusetts, and see what their discussion is coming up for, we know what's happening.
Right.
Nice.
And just generally too, for storms like this, for bigger winter storms, obviously you said there's discussion amongst different meteorologists like all over the country. For a storm that's developing earlier, what is the typical protocol as far as like once you guys have a better, I guess, grasp of what it'll actually turn into, like the time frame of that? Because obviously we're about a little less than a week out from that potential storm, but you know, there are people like online that are going to say, no, right now we know it's going to be this 7-inch storm, 7 inches of snow.
Yeah.
But when is the actual more accurate prediction for a storm?
So we can tell that there is likely a good signal for something to develop storm-wise about a week or a little bit out. I'd say between 6 to 8 or 9 days, you can kind of get an idea that there's something going to develop. And that's why we know for sure now that there is going to be a storm. Like there is going to be a storm that develops. The question now, we're in that time frame of between, I'd say 2 to 5 days or so out. You're in like a windshield wiper effect with models. So like there's a storm. Every model has a storm, but it's like they're all kind of figuring out other, you know, aspects of the atmosphere. There's plenty that plays into it. So I think what the models are trying to figure out right now is, so for this weekend, we obviously have cold air, and that's given to us by a really cold Arctic high pressure to our north. Where exactly does that high pressure set up? Because if it's staying to our north, it kind of acts like a wall and will kind of shove that storm to the south, and that gives the mid-Atlantic that snow, but keeps us dry with really cold air. If this high pressure kind of retreats to the north or weakens or kind of gets out of here a little faster, then that allows that storm to move further north. It doesn't have anything holding it back. So that would allow it to climb, you know, into New England and give us the snow. I think I think by later today, we'll start to have a really good idea. I mean, this morning, there was a lot of better agreement with models. I'm not going to give like a complete output, but they are more agreeing to our northern trend, giving us snow here in New England. But
yeah,
but that can still go back and forth. Like I would not be fully out telling the public that get ready for a major winter storm until probably Friday.
Okay.
What time would it hit us on Sunday?
This would be starting, as of right now, this would be starting right around daybreak on Sunday.
Oh gosh.
And this might not wrap up. If we got the worst of it, it wouldn't wrap up until sometime on Monday. It would be.
No. We haven't had a storm like that in
it would be all day snow Sunday, all snow Sunday night, and then the heaviest snow wraps up Monday morning with on and off light snow showers throughout the day on Monday.
Oh boy.
This might affect my weekend travel plans, unfortunately.
But like I said, just if you have any weekend plans, don't cancel them yet. Like I know, Kaylee, you have something going on. Like I would find alternatives or possible backup plans because of something. But I wouldn't go as far as canceling things yet. Like We're not giving out totals anytime soon. There's not even any winter storm watches or anything out yet. All I had on the 7-day was that chance, and I showed one of the models of one of the worst case scenarios this morning just to give people a heads up that there is something to watch.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll have better ideas, and by Friday, if there's really something, then yeah, you'll hear me really vocalizing a major winter storm for the weekend, and maybe Friday we could get our first maybe outlook of a snowfall map if there's a lot of agreement.
We'll have to see what happens.
I'd say the next 24 hours between now and this time tomorrow morning is going to be a very important time frame for models figuring out what's going to go on.
It's so interesting to hear about the whole process of, predicting the weather. It's fascinating.
Yeah. You only see stuff that we show on TV, which is just general things for the public to figure out. And I show the Skycast. That's like one little short-term model.
Yeah.
We look at
many different models, I'm sure.
We look at least 20 all the time, but there's hundreds of models out there, but there's 20 of them or so that we always continue to look at. Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's an important job.
It is.
All right. Yeah. Well, we're going to take a break here. Let you guys all come to terms with potential huge storm that
potential keyword chance.
Keyword potential.
Chance. There is still a chance that there could be nothing.
Let's hope. Fingers crossed.
But
if only Chris could determine the weather instead of just
I have my gut feelings, but I'm not gonna. I don't know. I'm very against hype. Yeah, I don't want to scare people. I don't want to alert people.
Yeah.
Until for certain something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
All right, let's stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Righty, here we're back with a Weather Wednesday. I had a weird accent there.
Weather Wednesday.
Edition.
Well, yes.
I used to go to sleep. Now that we've come to terms a little with that the cold temperatures we're experiencing, and then maybe some severe weather.
Yeah, actually, I didn't mention this. There is a chance of maybe some snow showers this evening.
Oh, great!
I honestly didn't even mention.
Us ready.
That is for sure. I mean, there is the chance of some snow showers this evening. So if you're watching this either this morning or this afternoon, you might find some snow showers during the evening commute.
Snow showers, I can handle.
Yeah, it could accumulate to a light coating, maybe an inch in some spots. Very minor.
Okay, well. Just added to the list of things to be mentally prepared for.
Yeah.
But moving on from the weather, because I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about tomorrow and heading into the rest of this week and weekend. There was something that we kind of talked about yesterday that I thought was pretty interesting. I think we've talked about it before here.
Yeah, way back.
Yeah, a while ago about just kind of how cursive writing is not being taught as frequently at schools. Like when we were kids and growing up, it was like a mandatory, part of your curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a new development when it comes to cursive writing.
What was that new development, Kaylee?
You tell me.
So, you guys said this. I actually didn't read the article.
You
No, you guys said it.
I was trying to set you up.
No, you guys talked about it. I was like, I'll have feelings about it, but I didn't say.
I didn't read the.
I thought you were being like,
no, I'm being completely honest. I'll definitely contribute to a conversation about that. We were talking about this during the show yesterday. I hadn't read it yet.
I'm sorry.
I got exposed.
I didn't read an article, but they had it on Today's Show yesterday, and while in the middle of my cut-ins, I just happened to watch their piece on this. But they were talking about how cursive is just it's just going away. Kids don't know it anymore because kids at this point barely even know how to even write on paper. They're just typing away on their phones and stuff. So even just the art of pen and paper is dying,
which is so crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
But they had on Today's Show that the amount of people that just can't write cursive anymore. I mean, I'll be honest, I can't fluently write cursive. I can sign my name like a signature and here or there, but I can read cursive because my mom has written in cursive my whole life. It's whenever she writes things to me or something, but I can't write it.
Yeah, there are certain letters that I I'll have to look up if I haven't written them in cursive Wow.
But to save it, some states, and I'll have to double check. There's like, I think it's 4 states right now, actually just passed a bill that is requiring schools to be teaching kids cursive and pen to paper writing and all that stuff again.
I want to say the
So-
last time we did talk about this, I definitely read it last time, and I think Massachusetts was on the list, and I think that's why it was stuck out as an off the desk
I
topic.
think 2 out of the couple that were mentioned were in the Northeast.
Yeah.
I think the other one might be Vermont.
I know, like for us here, we all learned it public school in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much the standard, even down. My brother's 4 years younger than me, and it was the same thing. But I don't know if it was as consistent after that. I held on to a lot of it, guys. I'm not gonna
You can
lie.
write cursive?
I can. No. But it was so funny because in elementary school in 3rd grade, they kept telling us like, oh, 4th grade, they only let you write in cursive. They only let you write in
They told us
cursive.
that too.
That didn't end up happening, but still a lot of our like final drafts of essays had to be and stuff. Yeah, I always liked it. And I think one of the reasons why I was so excited to learn cursive was because my grandmothers wrote it on all of my birthday cards and Christmas
Right, to
cards
be
and
able
things
to
like
read
that
it
to
and-
be able to read their writing. But yeah, it's so funny now because when I was in school, we had the computers on wheels, and every once in a while they would wheel the computers in and you were able to, go online for class if it was like a research day or something like that. Now everyone has their own computers and all the homework is handed in online, which was so foreign. That started in the COVID era. Like I didn't even have to do that. Everything was pen and paper. So I think that we should go back to that a little bit and at least have some kind of compromise. But
I just think that during our in this digital modern era, it's almost, I don't know, not setting kids up with those types of skills as even like a backup.
Yeah.
God forbid one day something happens with the internet or the way that we're living right now. It's like that kind of stuff. Even like despite the cursive writing, just pen to paper.
Yeah.
Having those like simple motor skills.
look at me
Like-
right now.
It's like you want kids to be able
Growing
to
up,
do that.
I remember them being like, you have to write this essay, but it had to be handwritten. So you had to like literally write on paper like a whole essay.
Yeah.
About,
Like in 45 minutes, you would be like, this is part of your test. Write an essay. You'd be given a topic and you'd have to write an essay that had an intro, a body paragraph, and a
3
conclusion.
paragraphs.
Yeah, and like you just made sense of it in your head right then and there. And now I just feel like it's different typing.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know?
I
It was
had a couple
actually
college classes that did that though. We had to do like handwritten essays, which I mean it was good. I thought.
I had a couple college classes like that too.
And then like you have to sign things in life.
Yeah.
Like you need real signatures
That's what I
to
was
do
thinking,
most
too.
things. Like, see, you gotta write your name out at least
for it
like
to
a
be like
signature.
valid script. Yeah.
So, there was another piece of the story that they had that there was a 8-year-old I think he was 8 years old, couldn't write on paper he could write on paper but like not fluently, but could look at a computer and touch the keyboard and know where everything was without even looking at the keyboard. So that's where
Set of
kids are now.
skills.
Like they know, the keyboard and where the buttons are on the back of their, by the back of their head. Like they just know. But when it comes to them actually like writing on a piece of paper, they just like can't do it.
It's
so
interesting.
Mhm.
It is. It is.
It's sad.
Bring back cursive.
I know, because it also, this is not scientific at all. I just feel like it's almost maybe like a little nostalgic too. You guys mentioning like your grandmother's writing. My grandma would write in cursive too. It almost feels a little bit more romantic,
Mhm.
the cursive writing, and it feels like, I don't know.
It's
we
meaningful too.
you think
Someone's
back to,
actually putting effort into talking to you, like writing a letter to you.
Yeah.
Like my wife and
making
I,
it look nice.
my wife and I, all through college, sent handwritten letters back and forth to each other.
So cute.
Even though we could text each other no matter what,
Yeah.
we would all through college. I have a whole box full of them, letters back and forth.
That. That's
to
so
each other.
awesome.
Bobby and I have written each other letters. Not as many. not to that degree,
Yeah.
but they've been in normal handwriting, not in cursive.
Like those are special. Like even I have birthday cards that are saved that are written to me from like my great grandmother who passed away. Like to look at like their handwriting, like actually from them.
Yeah.
If they type something out, it just anything it looks the same. Like that could be from anyone. But like when you know it's someone's handwriting too, it's like
Feels more
it's special too.
personalized,
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree. I like it.
What's that from?
Do your parents
I
write
don't know. I
cursive?
just did that. No. My dad writes in all capital letters. He has a very
So
like
yelling.
says like he has a dad handwriting. My mom is like a mix, like which I say probably I have very similar handwriting. I have horrible handwriting. I think it's like the creative in me, just like writing super
Just
fast
scribbling?
all the time. But I like kind of string some letters along in my print naturally. My mom does that too. She
Mhm.
passed that on to me, but yeah, like her signature is a mix of both, kind of.
Yeah.
Both my grandmothers have beautiful cursive writing, though.
Yeah.
Give them a shout out.
My signature is like I think this is from both of my parents. They do like the first letter in their first and last name is always like larger. My dad's is like obnoxious. Like his T in Tim is like it goes like the slash at the top goes across his whole signature, like,
Mhm.
and it's a large T. So I think I inherited that too. So I do like a large K, and then I kind of just scribble because I got a lot of E's in
Kinda
my
me.
name,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
L, so it just like looks kind of like a scribble. But
You have two different signatures. I mean, not that like we're major, but like obviously whenever we're out and about, sometimes I've been asked for people like, "Oh, can you sign this for me?" Like when we go to the parade or something.
Yeah.
I try to make it.
I do have a separate, like I have a
Still
signature that I sign, documents with, and then I have like an autograph signature.
I like that.
Because obviously you don't want
I
people
haven't
taking.
signed enough
Yeah.
autographs.
I
So-
think I think when I was doing the beach balls
what I was
at the
thinking,
pancake
too.
breakfast,
Yeah,
I
like
just
that.
did JOK.
Like that stuff,
I just
you
did
know?
my
Oh, really?
initials. Yeah.
I think I wrote out my name.
Just Kaylee.
Well, like Kaylee Collins,
Kaylee Collins.
but then I had to redo my signature when I got married with my new married name.
Oh.
So like sometimes it is funny because I obviously like kept my maiden name for like on air purposes because I just feel like Kaylee Collins. Like, and I
sounds
just
good.
kept it for work. But then my married name is different. So it's like when I'm writing, like if I'm out at the store and I need to write my signature or something, I'm writing Kaylee Minio, and so it's like
You have to
Yeah.
switch
different,
back
you know?
into the
switch up the handwriting. But
It's interesting. Names,
names,
writing, nomenclature.
It is interesting.
Sorry.
Like you wonder what it's
Oh,
going to be like for our kids and
I think about
grandkids.
that,
Like
yeah.
They're gonna be able to type with their brains. They're gonna
They
put
probably
on a
will.
headset
the
and
keyboard is going to be old. They're going to be learning how to the old days you use a keyboard.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they're gonna make fun of us for moms using the computer.
Oh my god, what is
Typing
that?
on
Yeah.
It's a
the board.
pencil.
Yeah.
Like
the dad scrolling on the mouse.
Like throwback. It's like oh,
they're gonna
God.
be able to type telepathically.
Yeah,
It's so crazy. I don't even like thinking about it.
I know.
it's wild.
Wild. We should probably take another break
Yeah,
and then we'll be back. Cool.
All right, we're back here on this Weather
Yes.
Wednesday. No accent.
Weather Wednesday.
Weather Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
a couple more minutes
Wednesday.
here.
Couple more minutes. It's Squirrel Appreciation Day.
I gotta tell my roommate.
No, I do
one of my
like
college
squirrels.
roommates,
My-
Meg, she was obsessed with squirrels.
Was she? I saw actually a meme about this yesterday that said that everyone says that, or everyone thinks that the squirrels on their college campus were the craziest ones.
That
I
why
feel
is
like
such a
that
thing?
is such a thing. The ones on Villanova's campus were insane.
They're probably
We
just not
used
scared
to-
of people. That's why.
We
Yeah,
used to
one
make
like
a-
came up and
that's
sniffed
true.
my leg
Yeah.
one time
Yeah,
under
they
a picnic table.
They would just jump up on the tables
Yes.
and stuff. That was the joke with my friend Meg. This was when Twitter was now X was more of a thing in college, and a lot of people use Twitter. One of our other friends created like a fake account saying that it was my friend Meg, and like it was squirrels and chipmunks. It was something to do with like chipmunk squirrel girl or something like that. But posted as if she was like posting about the campus squirrels. And to the point where she came up to us and was like, guys, somebody's impersonating me on Twitter and making these really weird posts about squirrels. And we're like, oh, that's so crazy.
Was it you though?
It was my friend.
Oh, your friend.
Yeah.
That's
She
actually funny.
only posted it a few times and then like didn't even use it. But if you're a squirrel lover,
Squirrels. It's also
Yeah.
National
Feed
Granola
squirrels.
Bar Day, so you could feed a squirrel a granola bar maybe.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
And
I
it's
have a granola
National
bar.
Hugging Day. So give a
National
squirrel
what?
a hug. Hugging Day.
Hugging day?
Give the squirrel a hug as you're feeding it a granola bar. You got all of those.
There you go.
Cross them
Do you
all.
guys have a lot of people in your lives that are not huggers? That like do not like
I
hugs?
feel like no.
No.
My family's huge huggers.
Really?
Yeah, but then I have to check myself sometimes, like to make sure that I'm like that's my automatic greeting, and
It's
then
a
it's
hug?
like,
Yeah, I'm a
oh, I
hugger.
have to remember that some people don't like hugs.
Yes. So I am good with hugs.
Yeah.
Like my family's pretty
Yeah.
much a big like hugging family, but I have a couple of like my close friends that hate hugs.
Well, there's that thing that it's like you never hug your best friend.
You never
And I
hug
think
your
that
best
I was like, wait, yeah,
Wait,
low
why?
key, because it's just I don't know. It's just I don't know
You
how to
mean-
maybe
explain
because
it.
you see each other so
It's
often.
like
I
yeah,
want to say
it's
me
like,
and my best friend are always hugging each other. But
Chris goes, wait.
what's up, bro? Give me a
the bro hug.
Yeah.
The bro
the
hug.
bro hug.
But
Yeah, I don't know. Some
It's
people
just
are
like a
weird about
thing.
it.
Yeah, I don't
like,
know.
do you
I
guys
get
ever
it.
just like, yeah, you go to a party or gathering and you either meet someone first time or like you know them, but like you barely know them, and no matter what, you just hug them?
Yeah,
still?
I
I
feel
still
like
give a
it's
hug.
awkward if you don't. Then it's the awkward of like, oh, are we waving or hugging?
I feel
Or-
more awkward when like I'm going to say hello to somebody
Yeah.
and like are we shaking hands?
Yeah.
And then you go in for the hug, but they don't reciprocate, so then it's that weird like half
Yeah.
hug.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'll hug you, like unless it's
Yeah.
Or you say hi first, nothing, and then when you're leaving, you hug them.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
I just think
Yeah.
It's
when
like
in
now we're
doubt.
friends.
Yeah. Didn't say
Yeah.
anything to the whole party if I'm gonna hug you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah, two of my like close friends really hate hugs, including my friend Renee, who's now like around family events and stuff too. So I'll see her more frequently, and she's just like not a hugger, but the whole family is. So I'm saying goodbye to everybody, and I'm giving everyone a hug, and I go to give her a hug, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, Kaylee, I hugged you like 4 times this week." I was like, "Okay, well, this is just what we
I wonder
do."
why.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just I can't. I don't see the problem with hugs. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like it's a greeting.
yeah,
It's
like
just-
some people don't, but I don't
Huh.
think I'll ever be able to put myself in the mindset of like, don't hug me. Like I
like I
Well,
feel like it would
if
be odd.
random people that you
Ran-
don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
at all
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
hug you, like I can see where that's
Yeah.
uncomfortable. But like if you're being introduced to like a friend of a friend or a family member's
Yeah.
friend, I don't know, like that's
Yeah.
like different rather than some random person
Yeah.
coming up to you.
Right.
Yeah, if I'm
So,
walking
like,
down the road and
touch
some guy comes up to me
sense.
wanting to hug me, probably not. No,
Not
probably
like-
not.
if you're meeting
In a controlled setting.
yeah, in
Yeah.
a controlled setting.
In a
yeah.
controlled setting.
Yeah.
All right. That does it for this episode of Off the Rails.
Go give somebody a hug today.
And
If they're a
maybe a squirrel.
Go give a squirrel a granola bar.
there you go. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see ya.